We're about to beat up some upbeats today. Let's do this. Hello friends and neighbors, welcome back to the Brownstone. My name is Rich Brown. I hope you're all doing very well. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back, and hopefully starting today I can get back to our regularly scheduled programs. Today I want to talk a little bit about groove and using the upbeats of the subdivision. But before we get into that, somebody made a comment last week on one of the videos on this channel, and they used a timestamp to mark a certain section of the video that they wanted me to check out, or they just wanted to highlight. So I clicked on the timestamp link and took me to the video. Before the video played, there was an ad, and this ad was for some sort of music education program, and whoever it was that was promoting this thing was saying a bunch of stuff about how intervallic exercises are useless and we should all stop playing them. Not only do I not agree with this, but I'm going to ask you to do me a favor and just not listen to these people. Because if you're doing something in the practice room that is advancing your musicality and not causing you any pain or stress in the muscles or any negative vibe at all, then far be it from anyone to tell you that you're doing it wrong. Anytime I see these videos on YouTube that says, you're doing this wrong, that's the last thing I'm going to click on, because that arrogance is of no use to my advancement in any way. And it's no use to yours either. You know, all these sort of ideas about don't play intervallic exercises, don't play with a pick, don't play to a metronome, all these things, listen, these are subjective things. So if it is working for you and making you a better player, then yeah, later for those people. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about groove, and specifically the use of the upbeat in the bar. Now, what do I mean by the upbeat? I mean all of the ands and the eighth note subdivision, Usually I'm talking about the 16th note subdivision. Today, I'm dealing with the eighth note subdivision because what I want you to focus on is the and of each quarter note beat. Now, whenever we talk about groove, my trusty, intrepid friend Anna One is right here at my side to demonstrate all of the groovy things that we'll be getting into over the course of the lesson. So here's the upbeat. I'm going to set Anna 1 to 80 BPM, and you know me, beats 1 and 3 are turned off. So you're just going to hear the 2 and 4. You're just going to hear the backbeat. And what I want you to do is count the upbeats, all of the ands. So start by counting the eighth note subdivision, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then take away the downbeats and just give me the ands. So kind of goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're focusing on all the ands. And. Already is grooving. I like it. So this is a way of playing, or kind of a bass line that was sort of popularized by the great Larry Graham. If you check out the song Everyday People, you hear the upbeats all over that groove, stronger than the downbeats. But we can also use the downbeats to our advantage. If you remember a little while back, a few months ago, I did a couple of videos all about using ghost notes in your playing. You can check those out and come right back here. I'll be waiting on you to give you a little bit more information. So check this out. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on those upbeats, but we're going to use the ghost notes to play the downbeats, right? So we're playing ghost notes on the downbeats and strong G's. We're going to use the note G on the E string to play the upbeat. So here's how we're going to make this groove happen. and a 1 is set to 80 BPM. Beats 1 and 3 are turned off. And we're just going to play eighth notes. And then, through the process of elimination, we'll get into the essence of the groove that we're working towards. All right? Follow me. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So we'll start on the note G at the 3rd fret of the E string, and we're just going to play eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, oh, rushing a little bit. 1, yeah, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once that's feeling on point, what we can do is drop the downbeats. This is tricky, but you'll get it. If you want, you can keep counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Emphasize those ands as you do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now I'm just playing those upbeats. What I can do is add the downbeats as ghost notes, which will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You dig? Once you got it, you got it. So once you've got that down, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of a pattern to our bass line. Right now we're just playing the upbeats with some accents on the downbeats using ghost notes. Now what I want to do is play a few notes on those downbeats while keeping all those upbeats intact, right? Here's how we're going to do this. And a 1 is going to count us in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to play those upbeats as we did before. But what I want you to do is on every other downbeat, we're going to play through a G Mixolydian scale from the 3rd up to the 7th and then back down to the 3rd. So basically the notes that we're going to play are B, C, D, E, and F. And then we're going to come back down, F, E, D, C, and B. All the while playing those upbeats. Huh? See where I'm going? This is going to be funky. Watch this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So first we'll start with those upbeats. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now what we're going to do is on the downbeats, the 1 and 3, we're going to play those notes that I mentioned before, starting from the 3rd of G Mixolydian up to the 7th and then back down. It goes like this. 1. And then back down those same notes. F, E, D, C, B. Do it again. And then back down. Now let's do it again and shorten those downbeats. Watch this. nice, right? Now watch this. I'm going to slide into that B. I'm going to do the same thing on the way down. Check this out. Pretty cool, right? So for that exercise, I was actually playing pretty straight. But for the next part of the exercise, I want to get into the idea of playing more of the swung feel. How do we do that? Well, we think more in terms of the 16th note subdivision. I say that, but I mean, that's technically what's happening, but I don't want you to necessarily think of the 16th note subdivision in triplets, because that's just too much. But you can get that feel happening by thinking about the 16th note triplet. Take away the middle note of that triplet, which gives you 3, 4. And then that becomes our subdivision. So by thinking along those lines and in that grid, hold on, Anna. By thinking in terms of those lines and on that grid, what happens is you don't necessarily have to play all of those notes. But if that's your subdivision, then your notes should fall along that more swung grid. You dig? So let's try this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Check this out. So now when I think of the 16th note subdivision, the subdivision sounds more like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and then I'm playing on the uhs of this swung 16th note. Now I'll repeat the exercise. One more time. So you see how it's easy to have some fun with this different way of thinking about the subdivision in more of a swung 16th note kind of grid. What happens is then you can feel the accents in a different way, and then you can bring those accents out in your playing. The same way you use ghost notes and play, little skips and things when you're playing more straight grooves. This brings out the accents in a different way and allows you to explore that particular subdivision in a way that just makes things groove a little bit more and gives the groove a little bit more forward motion. You dig? So that's the vibe. I might keep going with lessons along these lines, working with the groove in the 16th note subdivision that is more swung. But for now, I'm going to leave it there, my friends and neighbors. Do me a huge favor, click like if you enjoyed this video. And, subscribe to the channel. There are a couple of ways that you can donate to the channel. You can join for $5 a month and cancel at any time. Or you can donate directly through the link that I will leave in the description box below. Of course, all of that is greatly appreciated. And I thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for helping me keep this channel going. And the channel is still growing. We're just about to hit 20,000 subscribers pretty soon. And that is a huge milestone for me. So thank you for supporting this channel. And thank you for being there and digging the lessons and liking and subscribing and commenting and the whole nine. And I'm going to keep bringing these videos to you, along with some other sort of performance things along the way. Stay tuned for those. But for now, I'm going to leave it there, my friends and neighbors. My name is Rich Brown. I will see you in the next video.